Good morning. Welcome to Sports Moves, your gentle stretch class. My name is Nicole. Today, all you're going to need for this workout is some space that you can move around in and a mat for when we go down to the floor. All right, let's get started. Standing with our feet hip width distance apart. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching towards your toes. Take a deep breath at the bottom, head looks towards your knees. And slowly roll all the way up. Big shoulder rolls at the top. And with your next inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching down towards those toes again. Taking a few deep breaths. And then bend through your knees so you can reach your toes or just as far as you can. And then straighten just through the legs. I'll turn to the side so you can see a little better. We're gonna bend and straighten. One more time, bend. This time as you straighten, roll all the way up. Big shoulder rolls at the top. And with your next inhale, sweep the arms up over your head. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching towards your toes. Take a deep breath at the bottom, hanging naturally. Alternate, lifting your heels. So one side and then the other, keeping the toes on the mat. Keep both heels down on the mat. Slowly roll all the way up. Big shoulder rolls at the top. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up, clasping the fingers together at the top. Lean to your right. Keeping your biceps near your ears. All the way over to your left. And back to your center. Drop your hands down to chest height, pressing your palms out towards me, rounding through your back, drop your chin towards your chest. And bring your head back up to its neutral position. Unlace your fingers, drop them down behind your back, interlacing them, pressing your palms down towards the ground. Opening up through your chest, squeezing those shoulder blades together, head looks towards the ceiling. And release, unlace your fingers. With your next inhale, sweep the arms over your head. Clasping your hands together at the top. Rotate from your chest and shoulders all the way through your torso. And reverse. The next time your hands are at their center, unlace your fingers, dropping them down to shoulder height, palms facing the floor, small circles forward. Reverse. Palms up. Reverse. And relax, dropping your hands down by your side. Alternate lifting from your elbows, full range of motion through your shoulders. Or if you feel comfortable, extend that arm all the way out. and reverse. Relax the hands by your side. One more big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching towards your toes, deep breath at the bottom. Roll halfway up, one hand above each knee. Circles. The next time you come to your center, reverse. The next time you come to your center, stay there. Roll the rest of the way up. Big shoulder rolls at the top. And walk your feet away from one another so you're standing in a wide stance. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Bring your hands directly in front of you to the mat. Turn your fingers in so they're facing you and walk or reach your hands as far in between your legs as you can. Walk your hands back to their neutral position. Slight bend in your knees as you roll all the way up to the top. Big shoulder rolls at the top. Big inhale at the top. Exhale, hands to shoulder height. Rotate from your torso. Looking as far as you can over each shoulder while keeping your hips facing forward. If you feel comfortable here, you can make it bigger. Pivoting on your toes, following through with your hips. Slow it down. Bring it back to your center. Big inhale at your center. Exhale, hinge forward. Bring your hands directly in front of you to the mat. Place your right hand directly in front of your nose. Sweep your left hand up towards the ceiling, following it with your eyes. And rotate as far as you can, trying to stack the shoulders on top of one another. With your next exhale, bring it all the way back down. Place it where your right hand is. Let that right hand sweep up towards the ceiling, following it with your eyes. Could be here. If you can't quite get to the ground, no problem. With your next exhale, bring your hand all the way back down to the mat. Slight bend in the knees. Roll all the way up. Shoulder rolls to the top. Keeping your feet wide, make sure that your toes are pointed forward. And then we're going to bend through the right leg, lengthen through the left. Keep the weight back in your hips and heels. Hands above your knee for support. Switch sides. Same movement, just pushing the weight into your left leg, bending through the left leg, strengthening through the left leg. That right leg is lengthened out. And all the way back over to the right side. You can stay here, or if you'd like a little more of a stretch, you can reach your hands down towards the mat. Transfer all the way over to the left. Choose your level, 1 or 2, just keeping that weight back in your hips and heels. Walk your hands to the center. And then slowly roll halfway up, one hand above each knee. Big inhale and round, pulling your spine towards the ceiling. Exhale, flat back release, dropping your chest towards the floor. Again, big inhale and round. Exhale, flat back release. One more time. Inhale and round. Exhale, release. Stay in your flat back. Bring your right shoulder towards your left knee. And switch, left shoulder towards your right knee. Back to your center, roll the rest of the way up. Nice and tall, big shoulder rolls at the top. Bring your hands to your hips. We're gonna press them right back, left forward. One smooth flowing motion, pressing them as far as you can in each direction. The next time you come to your center, reverse. And the next time you come to your center, stay there. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Bring your hands directly in front of you to the mat. Walk your hands over to the right side, pulling your chest in as close as you can towards your right thigh. And then walk your hands back to the center, all the way over to the left side, pulling your chest in towards your left thigh. Walk your hands back to the center, slight bend in your knees, roll all the way up to the top. Big shoulder rolls at the top. Relax, walking your feet in toward one another. Take a deep breath. We're gonna go into some balance. If you need to find a wall, a chair, a counter, something to hang on to, go ahead and do that now. Then we're gonna set up in our tandem stance. That's one foot in front of the other. I'm gonna turn to the side here so you can see a little better. I'm gonna put right foot in front of left, so I'm standing heel to toe, nice and tall, shoulders over hips. Chin is parallel to the ground. You want to find your balance first. And then when you're ready, see if you can look over your shoulders. Some little rotation, looking as far as you can in each direction. The next time you come to your center, stay there. Reset if you need to. Find your balance before you start moving. We're going to hinge forward, pressing your hips back. Drop your chest down towards your toes as far as you can. If you need to stop right here, no problem. Get to your lowest point. Take a deep breath. And slowly try to roll all the way back up. Hands over your head at the top. Rotate. So right back to those rotations that you did in the beginning. This time your hands are over your head. Focus. And stay at your center. Relax, dropping your hands down by your side. Reset if you need to. Finding your balance before you start moving. When you're ready, you're going to rock forward and back. Every time you rock forward, that back heel comes off the ground. Every time you rock back, your front toe comes off the ground. The next time you rock back, try to stay there with your front toes off the ground. Or if you feel comfortable, see if you can lift your front leg off the ground. So you're in a single leg stance. And release, placing your leg back in front of you. Rock forward. Try to stay there with that back heel off the ground. Or if you're feeling comfortable, lift your back leg so you're in a single leg stance. And release, placing the foot back on the ground. Shake it out, take a breath. We're going to switch sides. So now your left foot is in front of your right. Find your balance first. So setting up super tall, shoulders over your hips, suck your navel and squeeze your glutes. Chin parallel to the ground. Torso rotation. Looking as far as you can in each direction. Stay at your center. Reset if you need to. And then hinge forward, pushing those hips back, dropping your chest down as low as you can get it. Take a deep breath at the bottom and roll all the way back up, hands over your head at the top. Rebalance if you need to, refocus, and then torso rotations with your hands over your head, just like you did in the beginning. Only with your hands over your head this time. One side, and then the other. Come back to your center, relax your hands down. Reset if you need to. Get ready for your rocks, rocking forward and back, transferring the weight. Every time you rock back, your front toe comes up. Every time you rock forward, your back heel comes up. The next time you rock back, see if you can stay there, keeping your front toes off the ground, or if you feel comfortable, lift that front leg into a single leg stance. And release, placing it back on the ground, rock forward, keeping that back heel up, or if you're comfortable, lift the back leg so you're in a single leg stance. And release, shake it out, take a breath, one big inhale, and exhale. Release all the tension, shake it out, grab a drink of water. We're gonna come down to your mat. I will meet you there in our seated position with your legs straight out in front of you. All right, so we're in our seated position, legs straight out in front of us. Take a big inhale, sweep the arms over your head. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching towards your toes. Head looks towards your knees. And release, sitting up tall. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. Place it over your left leg. Give your right knee a hug, look over your right shoulder. Big torso rotation. If you need a little more of a twist, you can bring your left arm to the outside of your right leg and press away. And release to your center. Uncross the right from left. Let your right knee fall out to the side in a figure 4. Keeping your right knee as close as you can to the mat. Take a big inhale at your center. Exhale, walk your hand out your left leg, reaching towards your left toes. Head looks at your left knee. And release, sitting up tall. Tuck your right ankle underneath your left leg. You can bring your hands behind your back for support. We're going to lift and lower the left leg. So squeeze and lift, relax and lower. Really engaging that quad, and then release. Squeeze, release. 2 more. Now we're going to lift and hold. If you feel comfortable, reach for your calf and pull it up towards your body. You can stay here, or if you feel comfortable, let go with one or both of your hands. And release, bringing your leg all the way back down to the ground, nice and controlled. Extend the right leg out to meet the left, shake it out. Take a breath. Pull your left knee in towards your chest. Place it over your right leg. Give your left knee a hug, look over your left shoulder. Nice and tall. Big rotation. You can bring that right hand to the outside of your left leg and press away if you need more of a rotation. And release to your center. Uncross the left from right, letting the left knee fall out to the side in a figure 4. Keeping your left knee as close as you can to the mat. Big inhale at your center. Exhale, walk out your right leg, reaching towards your right toes. Head looks at your right knee. And release, sitting up tall. Tuck your right ankle underneath your left ankle underneath your right leg. Hands behind your back for support. We're going to lift and lower the right leg. Engaging that quad. Squeeze and lift. Relax and lower. Lift. Lower. Squeeze. Release. 2 more. The next time, try to lift and hold. You can stay in your hold, or if you feel comfortable, reach for your calf and bring it up towards your body. You can stay like this, or let go with one or both hands. Slowly bring that right leg back down to the mat. Extend your left leg out to meet it. Shake it out. Take a breath. Sit evenly on those sit bones. Big inhale. Sweeping the arms up. Exhale. Hinge forward. Reaching towards those toes one more time. See if you can get a little farther than you did the first time. And release, sitting up tall. Walk your feet away from one another so you're sitting in a wide V. Evenly on your sit bones. Big inhale at your center. As you exhale, walk your hands straight out in front of you, lowering your chest towards the mat. Deep breaths. Staying out long, walk each of your hands towards each of your toes. Continue to sink your chest towards the floor. And release, walking each of your hands up your legs to your center. Pull the soles of your feet in toward one another and in towards your body, so you're sitting in a butterfly. Big inhale at your center. As you exhale, drop your chest towards your feet, keeping your knees as close to the mat as you can. You can use your elbows to gently press down if you'd like. And release, sitting up tall. Interlace your legs so you're sitting crisscross style, or whatever is your most comfortable position. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release all the tension away. Again, big inhale. This time when you exhale, just to shoulder height. Flip your palms towards me, little pulses. Flip the palms away, continue to pulse. With your next inhale, open up as wide as you can, squeezing those shoulder blades together, pulling your arms towards one another. And release, give yourself a big hug. Notice which arm is on top, we're gonna switch it. Big inhale and open. Exhale and close. Two more like that, continue to switch the arm that's on top. Inhale, exhale. One more, open, close. This time, whenever you exhale, drop your hands down by your side. Squeeze your shoulder blades back down and together. And release. Squeeze. And release. One more time, big squeeze. And release. Bring your right arm across your body. Hang on just above your elbow, pull it in towards your chest. Relax the shoulder away from your ear. Look to the right. And release, switch sides. Nice relaxed shoulders. Release. With your next inhale, sweep your right arm over your head. Exhale, drop your hand in between your shoulder blade. Left arm comes from behind your back. You want to get them as close as you can to one another in the middle. I'm going to turn around just so you can see. So you're going to walk them as close as you can. It's okay if yours aren't quite that close. They might be here, here, here. And release, switch sides, sweeping your left arm over your head. Exhale, drop the hand in between your shoulder blades. Right hand comes from behind your back. Bring those arms as close as you can together, those hands. And release. One more big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release all the tension away. Shake it out, take a breath. If you need to grab a drink of water, now's a great time. We're gonna come down to the mat on your side, lining up in a straight line. So you've got shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, all in a straight line. You can use the back of your mat to help you line up. Options for your upper body, you can stay propped up with your elbow underneath your shoulder. You can release all the way down to the mat. You can only prop up your head. Choose what's right for you. Point your toes. We're going to start by lifting and lowering our top leg. Off balance. Here we go. Lift and lower. So bring it up as high as you can. And then feet all the way back together. And relax, keeping your legs together. Slide your top leg off in front. You can bend it or keep it straight. Choose what's right for you. Flex your toes. Lift and lower your bottom leg. And relax. Slide your top leg back into place. Roll over so that you're lying on your stomach in the prone position. Flex your feet. Pull both your heels in towards your bottom. Squeeze and release. Again, squeeze, release. Getting those heels as close as you can every time. And relax your legs, letting your lower body melt into the mat. Bring your hands direct underneath your shoulders. Take a big inhale at the bottom. As you exhale, press your chest away from the mat as far as you can. So you can extend all the way up. You could also drop down to your forearms. Choose what's right for you. Head looks towards the ceiling. And release. Slowly drop your chest back down towards the mat. Take a deep breath. You're going to roll over so that you're lying on your opposite side now in that straight line. I'm going to turn just so you can see me. So now we're lying on the opposite side. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles all in a line. Point your toes. Lift and lower your top leg. Two to go. And relax. Take a breath. Slide your top leg off in front of you. Flex your toes. Lift and lower the bottom leg. One more. And relax. Slide your top leg back into place. Roll over so that you're on your stomach once again in that prone position. Relax your upper body into the mat. We're going to lift and lower the lower body. The goal is to get your knees off the ground without bending them. And release. Here we go. Squeeze, release, lift, lower. You got it. Getting those legs up as high as you can. Try to get those knees off the mat without bending them. 3 to go. Last one. And relax your lower body into the mat. We're going to go to the upper body. Your options are 1, to bring your hands underneath those shoulders and do a little press and release, pushing that chest away just like you did before. Number 2, let those hands rise up with your chest. Number 3, walk your hands away from your body. All right, ready? Let's go. So this is your option 3. Again. Option 2. Or option 1. Got 2 more to go. And relax, take a breath, keeping those hands right underneath your shoulders. Press your knees into the ground, press your hands into the ground, pressing your hips up and all the way back for child's pose. Take a few deep breaths in child's pose, releasing all the tension away. And relax, you can press up to your hands and knees, all the way over. We're coming down on our backs, hugging your knees in towards your chest. You can rock from side to side, forward and back, around in a circle, whatever feels right for you. Just releasing all the tension. As you feel ready, you can grab on the inside soles of each of your feet and extend into a happy baby, continuing to rock from side to side. And then release to your center, hugging your knees in towards your chest. Extend them straight up towards the ceiling. You can hang on behind the hamstrings for support. We're going to point and flex your toes. And relax. Drop your feet back down to the mat. So your knees are bent. We'll do a bridge. Hands by your side, palms towards the ceiling. Big inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift and hold. Bringing your hips up as close as you can towards the ceiling. Keeping the weight in your heels. Suck your navel in towards your spine. Squeeze your glutes. And release, dropping your hips back down to the ground. Cross your right ankle over the top of your left knee. You can press out on your right knee or pull your left leg in towards your body. If it's not already there, go ahead and drop your left leg back down to the mat. Uncross the right from the left. Switching sides, left ankle crosses over the top of your right knee. You can press out on your left knee or interlace your fingers behind your right hamstring and pull it in towards your body. If it's not already there, drop your right foot back down to the mat. Uncross the left from right. Hands back by your side, palms towards the ceiling. We're going to do a second bridge. Big inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift and hold. Squeezing your glutes. Keeping your navel sucked in towards your spine. Try to get a straight line from your shoulders all the way to your knees. About 10 seconds left in this hold. And release, dropping your hips back down to the mat. Walk your feet as close as you can together. And then let your knees fall away from one another so that you're lying in a butterfly. Take a few deep breaths. And release, pulling your knees back in toward one another. We're going to crunch. You can bring your hands across your chest or behind your head. Keeping your elbows wide if your hands are behind your head. Exhale as you crunch up. Inhale as you release down. Nice and controlled. Keeping space in between your chin and your chest. One more. And relax. Dropping your head and shoulders back down to the mat. Pull both of your feet up towards the ceiling. You can hang on behind your hamstrings for a little support if you'd like. You're going to let your feet fall away from one another. And then back together. Again, away. And together. Apart. Together. Two more like that. Hang on to your right leg. Let your left leg extend all the way down on the mat. Pull that right leg in as close as you can to your body. Rotate from your ankle. And reverse. And release, drop it all the way down to the mat. Pull that left leg back up towards the ceiling, interlacing your fingers behind the hamstring. Pull it as close as you can to your body. Rotate from your ankle. And reverse. And release, let that left leg fall all the way back down beside your right. Big inhale, sweep the arms over your head. Reach as if someone's pulling you by your fingers and toes. With your next exhale, drop your hands down by your side. Use your elbows to help press you up to your seated position and all the way over your toes, full body roll up. And release back down to the mat. Big inhale, sweep the arms over your head. Reach as if someone's pulling you by your fingers and toes. With your next exhale, drop the hands down by your side. Press those elbows into the mat, bringing you up to your seated position and over for your toes. Release all the way back down, nice and controlled. Inhale those arms over your head. This is your last stretch here. This fingers and toes lengthening out as much as you can. Exhale, release, drop your hands down by your side. Take a few deep breaths here. Let your head fall from side to side. Bring it back to the center, shrug your shoulders. Relax the shoulders, wiggle your fingers. Relax your fingers, bounce your knees. Relax your knees, let your feet fall away from one another and then back together. Pinky toes coming towards the mat, then big toes coming towards one another. Relax your feet, take one big inhale. When you exhale, press into those elbows all the way back up to your seated position. Reach over for your toes. And release, sitting back up tall. One big inhale, sweeping the arms over your head. Exhale, release all the tension away. Again. One more time. Pressing the palms together at the top, pull them down to your center. Thanks for joining me today. See you next time.